As we learn from the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, German silent cinema was something particularly fantastic, especially when it came to horror films. But what's the granddaddy of all horror stories? Well, Dracula, of course. Back before his long love affair with the silver screen, Dracula was something of a shy maiden and chose to stay purely in the realms of literature. Some sort of compromise had to be found, and that compromise was Nosferatu, a symphony of horror. This slick, atmospheric horror begins with the tone-setting overture before it goes ahead and writes the book on tremendous horror movie soundtracks. In a similar fashion, the costume and makeup make a tremendous turn as some of the creepiest in horror cinema so far. Dracula, here known as Count Orlok, is immediately striking and a memorable figure, appearing both supernatural and alien. It adds to his overall creepy nature. This creepy nature is heightened by the powerful use of pacing. You don't get an actual vampire appearance until the end of the first act, yet, unlike with the fever dream that was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the opening act goes about setting up a fun, loving, and happy tone, which you just know will not last. It's the sort of pacing that you can really appreciate, as you know, throughout the film, that when characters continue to act with a happy-go-lucky sensibility in the face of impending doom, they don't appear foolish or stupid. They're acting as they have always done, and you want them to survive the film to continue living in such a way. When we first meet our heroine of the piece, yes, heroine, 1920s, heroine, she is carelessly playing with a kitten, in a way that unfortunately made me remember Birth of a Nation. She then goes ahead and proceeds to mope her way through the picture, until she uncovers a stunning revelation at the end of the film that gives all her fears a terrifying justification. I did not come into the film expecting it to end with a woman saving the day. Again, this was the 1920s, but in what proved to be an incredibly interesting adaptation of a well-known story, I ended up wondering how this practice was dropped by the cinematic world in favour of a simple damsel in distress. In the same way that Dr. Caligari pioneered the twist ending, Nosferatu chose to give us a heroine that gets shit done. Something truly refreshing even in this day and age. But this adaptation was refreshing in many ways. It changed just enough from Dracula, in a sadly failed attempt, to avoid copyright issues. This included taking the story and really making it something that played well into the new setting. Throughout the final acts of the film, the movie plays fast and loose with the idea of whether death is coming across the countryside due to the vampire's attack, or due to the resurgence of the plague. And, as the new setting involves the plague and mass death, there is already more terrifying atmosphere for the final climactic events. Defeating Count Orlok becomes more than just saving the day for the known characters, but also ending a plague that could easily wipe out the known world. Talk about heightening the stakes. As a final note, the film looks great. Seriously, the rolling hills and crumbling castles make a brilliant setting, and the sped-up footage and stop-motion give a brilliant supernatural atmosphere. Nosferatu is a damn good film.
Didn't take the time to check out the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, and thus haven't been exposed to German silent cinema, then watch this, and then that. It shows that adaptations can be worth watching, and, moreover, be something worth applauding. 4 out of 5 stars. Love it.